Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sanji Himura. I'd like to thank you for watching a very special W2 report into the Metaverse, the Four-Bagger. Before we go into the ground rules, let's explain what's happening in the world of Earth 2 today. So let's open up the ground rules.
Rule number 1, do not be a dick. Rule number 2, if you think you might be a dick, please refer to rule number 1. We will accept no questions, and we will terminate your existence with extreme prejudice if you do that.
Remember, do not milk any cows we discussed here today.
You can milk the cow, just don't touch it.
Yeah. So
if you can do that, you're in good shape today.
All right. We have 4 issues of discussion today. So let us bring on our third and fourth men of the ring. Red Ray, thank you for coming again for the W2 report.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Sanjay. It's always nice to be here, as I've constantly said multiple times. Lovely to be here and talking to the rest of you.
And also, we have a very special guest today, No Black Thunder. Thank you for joining us again today.
Can I break rule number 1? Can I be a dick?
You are a dick.
Only if you're being a dick to Sanji, because he's got that one coming.
Yeah, okay. He deserves it.
So, we also have a very special segment that I've left out of the briefing. We get to hand out some dumbass awards this year. Since this is going to be our last W2 report of the year.
Promise?
Promise.
We will keep you to that word.
Yes, we will hold you to that.
So let's get the topic of discussion underway with some breaking news in the last couple of days. Earth 2 buys Drone the Game and 5 Studios Interactive.
Yeah, this apparently happened like a year ago, and it was under NDA.
And a no-compete clause.
Just what the hell? They bought. Apparently, it seems like they may have bought Drone just to get the Drone company, just to get the staff that worked there and put them to work on Earth 2.
I think actually they brought Drone back in the days when Nathaniel joined, because the staff said it has happened a year ago, and they didn't announce this because now that Nathaniel got kicked off and banned from the from the Earth 2 Discord, the way to fix Earth 2 negativity and announce something big is basically, oh yeah, we bought Drone that hasn't gotten apparently an update for over 14 months, and nobody has worked for over a year on the game.
Which basically the $20 game that nobody gives a shit about anymore?
Oh, well, I think from the reviews, a lot of people actually give a shit about it. They are just pissed that they now learn why their game hasn't gotten any more updates. Yeah.
So, for the people who don't know, Drone started out as a crowdfunded effort, in which the community were able to decide and tweak the game, talk to the devs. They were a very engaged community, really excited for the game, and really invested, both some people financially, but a lot of it were very into the game because of the community built around it and the actual good stuff that came from the game. The devs were very open, they shared a lot of information, they took feedback from the community and used that to better the demo, better the game. This effort is something you can actually see if you play or watch stuff in the game's demo. But then Earth 2 started happening.
Yes, and pretty much they poach 2 developers of 5 Studios Interactive.
Nathaniel for a start.
Because he provided the majority of the Unity assets that was used in Drone. And the fact of the matter is that there is a little credit given to Shane Isaac here, because I would have done the same thing if I wanted an eyeball on a studio. I would poach one or two of the developers, make them work on my project, and then eventually buy up the stock that the company was issuing.
They can't take. See, that's just it. There's nothing I'm seeing here that suggests that Five Studios was even remotely offered
publicly
publicly.
Traded. Yeah.
Neither is Earth 2 at this point. That's 100% Shane at this point.
Right.
And so it's not a question of stock, it's a question of coming up with enough money to get the founders on board, which I'm more than certain came directly from Earth 2's coffers.
Right. But around the time they announced the acquisition, Nathaniel, Thomas, and Wolfgang literally walked away from the project.
Yep, Wolfgang walked. Because, of course he did. If I was him, I'd have been running at cheetah speeds.
I would have signed the contract to begin with.
Well, no, you should. None of them should have. Earth 2 should have died in its crib. It should have been left, and Earth 2 should have been left on the cutting room floor, because now we have a whole pile of other of copycats.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for someone to try and do that to Jupiter. This is what I'm waiting for. Is someone
Isn't that already a thing?
Start selling chunks of Jupiter virtually. You don't actually own that piece of Jupiter. You just own a 10 meter square that looks like a part of it. Me, I'd want to buy up the Great Red Spot and then try and assert property rights, because fuck yeah.
Who would you try and get that from? NASA?
No. NASA doesn't control that sort of shit. Hell, the guy that's been selling certificates they've been selling deed certificates for the fucking moon. He went to the UN declaring property rights. The UN went, "What the fuck is this shit?" and threw it away. Therefore, he asserted his property rights by means of selling deeds to 1 meter sections. That was in the 1970s. 70s or 80s, I forget exactly which. It's been in my lifetime that this shit started happening.
Right. I mean, of course, the first scam ever was, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you.
Yeah, no, that was not the first scam. There were loads of them before that. Try Tulip Mania. That shit went over well. Oh, look, tulip bulbs directly from Turkey. Where they were at that time mostly considered a fucking weed. Take them to Amsterdam by the bushel, and you can get for each bulb more than the price of a very nice house.
Wow.
Dude, there were mansions selling for less than a single tulip bulb for a while. And then the market got glutted, and that was the first recorded economic bubble collapse. We see them regularly now. Like the housing market in 2008. And
or Earth 2 last month.
By 2023.
Or like I said, Earth 2 last month.
Yeah, when they instituted a market freeze and slash property values half across the board.
Yep. Mind you, the website doesn't say that. Because those numbers are looking pretty... The numbers on the ticker look pretty static.
Especially since they introduced Tier 2 tiles during the freeze.
Oh, no. Tier 2 tiles have always existed, except that they removed Tiers 3 through 25. So you have Tier 1 or Tier 2. I think they might have Tier 3 still, but...
No, No, it's no. What happened was there's 4 classes of tier 1 and 2 tiers.
Oh, no, that's 5 tiers. That's a lie. That's 5 distinct tiers.
Yeah, 5
Tier 2
distinct
tiles
tiers.
will never make you a fucking dime. Or even
This sounds needlessly complicated. Who designed this bullshit?
Shane Isaac.
Oh, I thought it was Tanner.
It doesn't matter who did that. It's needlessly complicated, and they're doing that on purpose. Oh, look, I've got a bunch of tier 1 tiles, except it's a tier 1-4. You're still not making any money on them, ha!
Oh, look, I have tier 2 tiles.
Residuals.
Uh,
And we're going to take the full tier 1 price. We're going to take a section, a chunk of your attempt to buy or sell this thing as a tax, at the full tier 1 rate rather than the tier 1-4 rate. Hi, my name is Scammer. How are you? What the holy fuck? And yes, by the way, I actually read that thing. I found it entirely disturbing. I'm not an economist, but I happen to be married to one, and I had to help her through her homework. Some of that shit rubbed off. I'm looking at that going, no, that's not the way that works. If you do that, you're going to get bent.
Also, if we for some reason have any Earth 2 fans watching,
Unlikely at best, but hey, not impossible.
yeah, but a quick reminder: tax season's coming up. You better get that sorted.
Yeah,
yeah.
because if your Earth 2 property value is like $2 million plus, you're going to be paying taxes on that, despite the fact you can't get your fucking money out. Dale, have fun. $2 million in capital gains. Yeah, because the Biden administration has insisted that all of your assets be counted, whether you've cashed them out or not. Capital gains tax on $2 million. Have fun.
Yeah.
Because you have to report that shit. Technically, that's being sold like a security.
Wow.
On the subject of drone, I'm sitting here staring at a page of "fuck you people." Page 1 of the discussions. I feel bad for the community. Drone is dead and just joined the real life matrix with Earth 2 in parentheses. Drone endangered by Steam ban on NFT crypto / blockchaining things. Here's one from 10 hours ago where the guy where the OP has gone, wait, Drone is now part of Earth 2? Looking confused, complete with a terabang. Let's see. Next update, microtransactions. Ooh.
The best thing is that they claim they're gonna implement Drone the game into Earth 2, and it's like how the F are you gonna do that? Because I mean,
it's gonna create flyover states.
I mean,
which will be the entire world.
It's like trying to combine oil and water. It's like basically impossible. Like how makes no sense.
If you heat up oil and water enough and put it through an extremely high speed blender, you can actually do that.
So, can I just say something that I was just now thinking of?
What about how oil is hydrophilic?
No, it's in regards to Earth 2 drone and a very, very respectable operating system company from back in the day.
Yeah, I know you're not talking about Microsoft.
I mean, they made DOS. They were respected for that.
Okay.
Well,
DOS was actually something they did not. They did not actually do that.
There was other versions of DOS
Yeah,
Microsoft
okay.
actually blocked on their own computers later
But yeah,
on.
so I was going to say more like along the lines of okay, so
I think if I'm not wrong, actually Microsoft copied DOS from another company that made DOS.
Actually, they
no.
licensed the guy that made QuickDOS out of existence after lying to Big Blue that they had one.
But this
And
is a
then they
different
crash
conversation
coursed
though.
the rest
So,
of it.
but onto the subject. If so, we have heard earlier that people have been discussing that you can walk around anywhere in Earth 2.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't find that
They-
likely.
Yeah, but still, now we have a flying game that will be implemented into Earth 2 using their rendering and graphics and everything like that.
Oh
They're
no!
going to make Microsoft Flight Simulator in Earth 2
No,
and expect it to have good graphics.
Not gonna work.
The thing is we talking about Unity. They have Unity, and Unity isn't able to do shit like that. I mean the biggest planets you can have theoretically is Kerbal Space Program like. That is the closest you come in
I
Unity,
mean,
as far as I have seen.
So let me just quickly check something here.
Oh, I'm surprised they managed to park Kerbal Space Program in Unity.
Actually, I do have a quote from Sid Alpha here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get straight to the point here. However, I'll get to the quote here, and then I'll link you to the tweets themselves. However, I am underwhelmed by it, and it firmly points to my previously speculated position that Earth 2 will never be a game and will only serve as a heavily monetized platform for other games. This is the tweet I was going to link. Think Steam, but instead of purchasing games, you have mobile gaming levels of manipulative monetization to cover your access to those games. Pull in a blockchain currency being fueled by the platform, and it could rake in a lot of money if it were competently executed.
And it never will be. That was the problem with what the fuck was it called? Stadia. Yeah. That was what they tried, what Gurgle tried to do with Stadia. It didn't work. It still doesn't work. People are still providing games for Stadia, but they're less than useless.
Actually, Stadia is a million times better idea than Earth 2. The thing is, anyway, the only people that will use money on Earth 2 and stuff like that isn't gamers. It's gonna be people that are in for the money and try to make money. Never gamers. We have recently seen the backlash from Ubisoft and their thingy, like where 95% were against it and 5% only were for the NFT BS that Ubisoft did. And the 5% is basically people that don't game and just waiting for the money. So yeah, and that's the issue that those companies do not understand. People are not interested. Like to take another example, Peter Monolix new game, $3,500 for the cheapest tile you have to buy in a to be in a game to make stuff that you have to buy and sell with real world money because it's NFT. It's like yeah, people gonna buy it because they want to make money, but they're not gonna play the game, so the game is gonna fall short, and real gamers don't want that shit. And it's like, no, it's not gonna work. It's like, and that is basically ignoring Peter Monolix's history of basically abandoning his games and lying.
Well, do we have a do we have a thing here in which Peter Molyneux hasn't lied?
I don't know. I mean,
Um,
the old games he was involved in was good, but the question is how much did he actually have to say, and how much did other people, control him?
Well, here,
I'm
Peter Molyneux has a bad habit of overpromising and under-delivering in extreme ways.
but
That's
just
the
just
man's
to answer.
reputation.
Yeah, I'm sure that Molyneux has shut up a few times, so there are moments where he didn't lie.
Yeah, well, as far as I'm concerned, Peter Molyneux is effectively a politician. You can tell when they're lying because their lips are fucking moving.
What, he's a politician? I thought he was a game dev.
He is the equivalent of a politician, at least in the honesty department.
Just like Shane Isaac going back into Earth 2.
Yeah. Speaking of which, friend of the channel, Callum Upton, discovered a quote game-breaking bug.
Oh yeah,
In
this
Earth
shit is
2.
hilarious.
In Earth 2.
Didn't
Basically,
he get banned for that?
Yeah, he got banned for this.
From the Discord of Earth 2, not from the service itself, just
Of course not,
to
but he
say
will.
that.
Of course not. His money's still good as any other sucker.
I mean, people that report a bug to you, you ban is like the stupidest thing to do. And not only that, they didn't even stabilize the input and didn't allow running code. And their hotfix was basically just to filter out open script bracket, and that's it. You still can
How
do
the hell did Metacritic get that? I want to know that.
People don't see what I said. Yeah, I mean the idiocy, like having this issue in the first place, the place where they and the way they fixed it is like, who did that? Tanner did go on the wiki and try to fix this issue, or what? It's like, it's so noobish that any reasonable developer would like secure his own website against this BS. What's going on there from the start? This would never have happened.
Actually, I do have a little present for you.
Go ahead.
You have a Prezi? Make sure you put that in the Discord.
Already did.
I don't see.
Not
It's
yet.
not in this room anyway.
Not yet. It will be on the live stream in 3, 2, 1. Now.
Okay.
You see, I was able to replicate this bug. Not by using the description field, but by using the telephone number.
Okay.
Wait, did they not sanitize any input?
They sanitized the name, the description, and that's it.
Is this currently live?
Yes, this is currently live. Granted, you'd have to jump through an extra hoop in order to get it done, but yeah, you can replicate this.
You have a 20 character limit, and as I said, the only serialization on the other fields that I have done is blocking the open script bracket. So you still could trick your account by just closing the script bracket, which is ridiculous that it's even possible.
I swear, folks, some people's children. You know, Shane's parents must be so just thoroughly proud now.
I mean, if you really want to fix the issue for good, there's several things you block. You block every single sign that is an arrow or a slash or a dash or any special character. You just you serialize each of them, and that's normally how you do it. You don't just serialize one word which is script opening, and the opening like arrow left, arrow right script thingy. So it's
there's only one real way to handle all of this.
Shut the website down and rebuild it from scratch?
No. Interpret everything put in the comment fields as brainfuck code.
Because for a place for a location that is supposed to be secure, because because we're talking about a securities website, not an actual game, you would have an imminent desire to go through and make sure that all of your shit is in order
before you launch.
Yes, before you push this to a live environment, you test for things like this. Every quote unquote cybersecurity expert I've talked to in recent months has said similar things.
Mm-hmm.
And also, one important thing to note, especially about this bug, the way that the Earth 2 devs handled the whistleblowing on this was not exactly the best. So while
this is when you actually see, when you get somebody that brings you a problem with your website, you don't ban them, you fucking hire them.
You either hire them or at least thank them. You do not try to shovel it under the rug and just avoid talking about it at all, and then quietly patching everything in the middle of a night.
Okay, NBT. I like that. I like that one. I actually like that solution. It's perfect. It will work. A bunch of people will be pissed off, but it will definitely work.
If somebody wonders, I put it into the chat, the rm-rf command for
That's
Linux.
/ but who cares?
// It says that's the way how you fix Earth 2.
Yes, that would fix the problem permanently. Probably.
So unfortunately, that is not possible.
Well, yeah, you'd have to have sudo and password first.
No. You use this. You have to add that you don't want to preserve root.
And how many characters is that? 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19. You don't actually have enough characters for that.
I don't think you can run
I doubt you can run Linux commands commands from the password field, but still, or from a comment field.
I mean, in theory, with log4j, you could do that if you have enough space.
I mean, buffer overflow is a thing.
And if the web server is using Apache, I mean, log4j is basically a thing almost.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure
are we starting to get? Is it me? Or are we starting to get mean? Are we starting to be mean to this lolcow?
We are very mean, and we are extremely off topic.
Yes.
We have a topic. This is the W2 report. When the fuck have we ever had a topic?
We have had them. The moments you never showed up.
Rude. You're supposed to tell me when you actually have topics. Then maybe I'll show up and derail the whole 9 yards. Because why the fuck not?
Because it's just you. That's why.
Yeah, rude.
I mean, this is why people actually like you.
What? Because I can't. Because topics die when I'm around.
No, because they're actually likable and genuine.
Oh, yeah,
and the dickhead.
Hey, you know what? I actually don't make it. I actually make no bones about that. Yeah, I'm a dickhead. I'm okay with that.
Let's see here. Okay, we covered that.
At least we discussed that. We discussed that.
We discussed that. May have. Actually, I think this will make a very short episode tonight.
Well, let's see here.
Unless there's breaking news that will interrupt everything.
I mean, there is more. The thing is, we have one certain person that in October was let go of their position. They were given a very good chance by a certain developer for Earth 2. And from then on, things just derailed quickly. I'm sure most of you know our favorite copyright infringer in the last year, I think.
Yes, Tanner
Sanji,
yeah,
may you introduce the guy we are talking about?
We forgot about you forgot about Mr. Rosanka Tank. Bad
that's
Sanji,
right.
no biscuit.
Of course I get a biscuit.
No biscuit. No biscuit for you.
That is one of the topics we decided we wanted to talk about today. It is the fact that Tanner, or also known as Varius Benson, has a new RP game, but more importantly, he also was let go of his position over at the Earth 2 team.
Yay! That was back in October. We're only just finding out about this now.
And he was let go of this team after he started lying and doing privacy complaints abuse again.
Yes.
And shit talking.
Yes,
so that means basically.
Go ahead.
That basically means that that apparently Tanner had so much time working on Earth 2 that he started working on a new game instead.
Oh.
What's up with that?
Oh, he's basically being paid to sit at home.
Well, rude.
Actually, as a matter of fact, I happen to have his Steam DB page for his latest abomination on Steam.
What, his new Steam profile?
Steam page for that?
Yeah, he has one.
All right.
This is the game called Tanner Rosankovic.
Rosankovic. Okay. All right. Because that's just. On top of that, he refers to himself. He wrote all of this himself. He's Australian, so I have no idea why the fuck it is he can't English. But he's putting together a video series so he can teach you how to make games. Listed as a video game on the Steam.
Yes.
He's apparently well known to be a 3D artist and to be a C++ programmer. I'm like,
no,
hold on.
He has
started for being an idiot.
Actually, I'm starting from the bottom here of the history page of SteamDB. 12th of October. This game was created. And on the 23rd of October, he added the description, quote, Tanner Cookie Rosankovic is an Australian video game developer. He's best known for working on the ambitious project Earth 2, an all-in-one beginner's guide into the depths of game development and design directly from a developer her learned online. Ugh.
Red, we don't have the foggiest idea what we're doing.
And this was at 23rd of October 2021 at 12:50 in the morning. By the next day, he changed his store description to Tanner Cookie Rosankovic is a Australian video game designer. He's best known for working as a 3D artist and C++ programmer. An all-in-one beginner's guide into the depths of game development and design directly from a developer who learned online. And then he removed some stuff, including some screenshots.
So he has nothing on there at this point,
Yeah.
at all. Oh no! Black Thunder found something out of on Cloudflare. Apparently, the game was originally supposed to be called Overdosed, and that looks like it's supposed to be pot and poppy plants.
And I
Those are poppies.
believe, yeah. And I believe that, he's using the Squad SKI into his newest abomination, New Citizen.
We don't talk about New Citizen, but then typically we don't talk about Tanner to begin with.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
unfortunately, we do now because he is somehow interesting.
Well, he's been emboldened by Earth 2 to file numerous spurious privacy complaints against Sidoff and Big Fry TV.
And
privacy complaint does not a copyright strike make.
No.
That being said, they can have those privacy complaints, if not properly handled, can make for some serious issues.
And also, in case anyone wants to actually know more about the various strike Varius Benson has come against Sid Alpha, Big Fry, and many other creators for, make sure to go and check out the channels. They have the whole story in many, many parts, spanning, I think, well over a year of various updates and content changes. And also a lot of research done into both his creations and the guy himself in a way that's only using public information, not in a way that is actually infringing on privacy.
And I fully expect to be privacy complaint right tomorrow.
If you don't get it this afternoon.
Yeah, that's true.
An all-in-one beginner's guide to the depths of game development design directly from a developer. I cannot get over that. I saw his last game very briefly.
Yeah.
Before Steam removed it?
Huh? I'm not sure. I saw it. I have not found it. I have not seen it since.
What was
That's
the
the
last game? What was the last game he had? He stole from another guy and then put it up as his own.
Yeah,
That Gary's mod copy.
What was the name of that thing anyway?
I don't remember.
Because from the pictures he uploaded, it looks like that was a game he wanted to repost again on Steam, and then he changed it to something else, education, and then he started wanting to do like a beginner's guide in programming, where he claimed first he was a well-known working developer from the ambitious project Earth 2. He had to scrap that though 2 months ago. Then wrote 3D artist and C++ programmer.
Right.
It's like,
That's what he's actually known for, because if I remember correctly, the first game he posted was asset flippy to begin with.
The funny
That's
thing
the name of the game I'm looking for.
The funny thing is, he claims he is best known for working as a 3D artist and C++ programmer. Remember, he says he's best known for it. That is not correct even at all. He's best known as a scammer, a liar, a cheater, not as a programmer or an artist.
Well, you could be a programmer and an artist, but not be any good at it.
Civil Contract is not on Steam.
Oh, looks like I get.
I went hunting for that name specifically, and I get Arma 3 Creator DLC, Arnold the Bounty Hunter, BattleTech.
I found
There's
it.
Beyond Contact, which is at least something.
I found it.
Eco, Lilith Odyssey. I forget what happened to Civil Contract. I think he might have actually pulled it himself.
Yeah, he pulled it himself.
Well, rude. Rude.
No, it's
Very
not
rude.
that rude. Don't be rude yourself.
Very rude.
um,
That was totally rude and obnoxious.
yeah, he
Just like
he
a croc.
terminated his game.
That's
You've
because
been
people were
Only
bitching
because he
at him
got
about
caught
it. They
using
hated it.
the squad SKI without permission. And it was
The
called
squad,
out.
what? SPI?
And that, like, if he hadn't pulled the game himself, that would have been led into a copyright claimant probably being filed.
Let's see if
And
the website's still alive.
My question is, how do you get hold of the squad's API?
Oh heck no.
Is there a way to
All right,
search for developers?
Okay, you guys talk for a bit. I gotta do something real fast. I'll be back in a second.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so it's time to convince amongst ourselves. So, shall we describe for the viewers how Sanchi's a complete dickhead?
I would rather
no,
not. I
that's
would
wrong.
not,
He's
rather
a
not
dickhead.
complain. I would rather not complain about the only person I respect in this group, including myself.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there are things that you do. There are things that you do, Earth 2, and things that you don't. What we don't do is leave our website and database accessible to the entire fucking world. I'm pretty sure at some point some people better than I am at this kind of thing, and I'm really not great, so it's a very low bar. It's gonna find a way to dump your database.
Yeah.
If they dump the database, you guys are boned.
One thing that they at least should have some credit for, while their handling of the actual messaging and everything, the information, while they handled the way they got the information very wrong, they should still be commended for actually taking action and making the change as fast as they did. That is a very good turnaround time, and they made the change. Like, while it is not a perfect change, they still prevented a lot of the main issue.
On the flip side of that, one should not shoot the messenger.
You should not
shoot the messenger. They disintegrated him.
Yeah, you should not shoot the messenger. I am like, that is despicable, and I don't like the fact that they did that. They should fact that they managed
at this point didn't get balanced. They just didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm complimenting the devs for actually being able to do things in such a short turnaround time, because building a new web page and everything that can take some time, even when you are only doing minor changes. But the way this whole situation was handled, that is not good. That is something you should look on and try to improve for when this happens the next time. If you do this again, you will lose even more faith than the little you have.
Well, I'm surprised they have any to begin with, given the nature of the beast.
I mean, have you seen the amount of fans they have?
I don't have. And they shouldn't.
I don't have faith in the project, but somehow they do.
All right, folks.
No, they're just used to Audio Realty lying to them, and they accept it as true, despite the fact that it's obviously lies.
Actually, I'm thinking Tanner has broken several other rules because he changed the name of the developer and publisher and blacked out, or he basically wiped his civil contract page. And I think that might actually be illegal on Steam to do, because you're supposed to have, for the people that have a history still available of the sales page, and you're not allowed to wipe out who actually is involved in the project even.
It's not a question of illegality, but it's violation of contract, which is a different thing, as well as entirely improper. Illegal is a specific term. The net result of the action is what's illegal, not the action itself.
Right.
because contract law is a really fucked up beast.
Right, and while I personally think that Tanner may have created another developer account, yeah.
I think he has several sock puppets accounts.
Well, as long as if he keeps using the same financial information, then he'll get busted sooner or later. Digital Homicide got dinged for that shit too. Their third or fourth attempt to get back on Steam.
But he hasn't been banned. He has intentionally removed his stuff, and then after Steam has removed it, he started changing all the information and hiding stuff against TOS. So Steam might not even be aware of it, because you need to remember Steam is pretty offense with most of stuff. After you have been accepted of publishing.
Well,
I mean,
and if enough folks push the magic report button on the most recent page, they will take some action. But
they might look at it. Yeah, but I don't think there's enough people to report it to even get a flag in the system.
One way to find out. No, technically that would be touching the cat. No, actually, he's put the damn. He says it's going to be free, so maybe that's not touching the cow. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, let's hope that Tanner one day moves on to greener pastures and
he won't.
Yeah, but it's more just okay. We can hope and we can pray. I myself am an atheist, so nobody will listen to me.
Of course not.
I mean, you can hope as much as you want. It's like hoping that God is coming suddenly at night and is gonna suck you off. I mean, that's never happening, and we know tennis never gonna change. To be honest, it's like you can hope as much as you want, but even a miracle is more likely than that. If you get what I mean. It's like Tanner has already proven he will never change, in my opinion.
Again, in Tanner's case, that's just par for the course, it would seem. Same thing for Shane and Earth, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I find it way more likely that somebody comes and says Shane is changing. Because Shane hasn't shown me anything that would believe me that he has no chance of not changing.
Of course not. Shane's swimming in cash. He's got the whole Scrooge McDuck thing going on.
On the second day of Sanji, we have another present. 2 companies.
Can we?
Yeah.
Sanji?
Yes.
Don't give up your day job. And don't ever do that again. Rude. You want people to stick around for the end of the live stream? You might not want to do that twice.
Yeah. So we have Capital Gaming RP Studios. Actual registered company. Back in 2020.
Okay. So that was a year ago. Ish.
And here is Spec Pixel Entertainment. Actual registered businesses in Australia. All of them filed by his mother.
Both of them filed by his mother.
Yeah.
And I'm
not surprised.
I'm pretty sure his mother even doesn't know about it. Most likely.
Yeah.
It could be that she thinks that Tanner's just this perfect angel.
No, I don't think she knows. I don't think she knows, because she knows that suddenly she's legally responsible for something her son does, and she would think. I would think at least she would be sitting there and thinking, why don't you do it yourself? Like, there's no reason I have to get involved into that.
Well, there might actually be legal reasons she has to.
I don't think
True.
so.
For
What?
example, if our little buddy Tanner's under the age of majority.
He's not anymore. He hasn't been for quite a while, I think.
I don't know
At
how old
least
he
a
is,
short while.
nor have I cared enough to actually look it up. This guy makes slime mold look good.
I mean, what age are we talking about? Is it his mental age or is it his physical age?
Well, chronological age, I would assume,
Well,
because one is technically an adult at various points in their existence, based on national and local law. For example, one is considered an adult at 18 in the United States, but doesn't get all the rights of an adult until they're 21.
Right.
And those numbers and depending on what it is, those numbers can vary state to state. Until relatively recently, here in Louisiana, one wasn't considered capable of actually possessing a bank account by oneself until 21. Here, you're not allowed to pick up a cigarette until you're 21.
Then again, you are living in the U.S., the country that is crazy.
Well, and the age of majority, the general age of majority in the UK is 16, if I'm not mistaken. And you get and they get all their rights at once. Am I wrong there, Red?
Well, the thing is, I'm not from the UK. You forgot that.
Oh, sorry about that. You sound the part, which is why I asked.
Yeah, I am fully aware, but
I'm an idiot.
No. Believe it or not, me and NBT are from the exact same country.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the rule there then?
You generally are considered. Well, you do have the criminal age, which is 16. You are generally considered an adult at 18, and yeah, you can buy hard liquor, like 40%. I don't know, what is it, 60 proof or something like that?
Everything above, I think,
80 proof, and that's usually what you get with most quote unquote hard liquors. Yes.
I mean,
80 proof you can buy 20.
Yeah, everything above 20%, I think you can buy above from 21 and up.
No, 20. You have to be 20.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, okay. And for normal beer, it's like 18.
Beer and wine, it's up to 20%. So 20% and below, you have to be 18. Over, it's 20 or 21. Yeah.
Exactly.
Actually, here's one for you. In Japan, they recently reduced the age of majority to 18 from 20.
In other countries, Denmark, Germany, and so on, in Europe, you actually can start buying beer if you're 16.
That's okay. In the Middle East, you're old enough to marry at 6 or earlier, depending.
I just want to say that I did not pick out this meme. It was left over for the last live stream.
Now, whose fault is that, Mr. Sanjin? Not that we don't mind a meme of Judge Schroeder, but you could have at least got base judge. You could have at least gotten base Judge Stickman.
So, Sanji,
yes,
we know we are talking about Earth 2 and Tanner and everything like that, but even then, you can still show that at least you know your job, even though we're talking about them.
yeah.
I keep telling him prior planning prevents piss poor performance. He never listens.
Well. The thing is, he's the one who asked us on this show, so he should expect the shit talk.
I think that's actually a rule. If you're being silly, we get to talk shit about you.
Yeah.
Note to any people in the audience: this only applies to the hosts.
Talk shit about me all the time. When it's my turn, when I host live streams every twice a week, they talk shit about me.
Yeah, but you deserve it.
Well, if I've got it coming, I got it coming. I'll take it. I don't care.
Yeah, I know you do.
Criticism, and no, I don't go back and watch the bits that I actually that in which I'm not actually in my chair. I have yet to go back and watch a live stream, one of my own live streams.
Oh.
Cannot stand the sound of my voice recorded.
Yeah,
That's why I don't watch these back afterwards either.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing because my voice isn't that great either.
Actually, I don't know anybody that likes that can actually deal with the sound of their own voice.
Yeah, let's have a fight. Who sounds the worst when they are listening to themselves?
Well, anyway, it's about time to wrap this up because we hit the hour mark.
So much for finishing up early, right, Sanji?
Yeah.
I am sorry. I knew we had a topic that we missed, and I had to bring it up.
I thought we talked about Tanner. That's the only reason why I was wanting to wrap up early.
We spent more time talking about Tanner than the damn bug.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Sanji? You're supposed to be moderating. You're supposed to keep us on track.
I wouldn't honestly, I wouldn't even call this a bug. It's just not programmed in. It's not a bug. A bug is supposed to have something happening that you didn't expect. If you never like made a function that prevented it, it's not a bug. It's just
yeah,
programming.
That makes it a feature. It's a feature of their database access software that that people can go in there and start modifying things as they wish.
Oh, that reminds me. We still have something left on the agenda. Some dumbass awards.
Yeah, you
right.
I nominate Earth 2 in its entirety.
Okay. Red?
And you should at least place somewhere in there, right?
I actually think Tanner in itself, the person, is 10 times worse than us two, alone, because he's still using his name, which has no good thing is attached to him, and tries to make a Steam page. I mean, how dumb can you be using your name and then claiming you to be a well-known programmer? Come on, you have to be a dumbass.
I will probably go a far different route than you guys, because if I am going to actually give out a dumbass award, I would give it to Activision Blizzard and the amount of time they allowed Bobby Kotick to be in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can get behind that. I could definitely get behind that. The same thing with but we still have the same thing with Ubisoft.
Yeah, I want to just give that award to the entire games industry for the harassment issues, the NFT issues, and just the entire decline of the modern video game scene. In the last
Techmo did a good thing there a couple of weeks ago. Back on the 8th, they did a good thing. They did a thing I liked a lot.
And that was
Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX.
No, well, but still,
mind you, their database was easy as shit to crack open once you found the password.
Fair enough. Yeah, it is. Just there is so much that has happened in the games industry as a whole that I'm going to go with Bobby Kotick for the Dumbass Award, but there's so much I would go for that isn't related to just Earth 2 and everything.
The most extremely overpaid individual in the games industry, sum total.
No, he was the most overpaid CEO in the world.
Hey, I was making a statement that I could prove. Don't get me started on that guy that's currently running Windblows.
All right. I guess
Also,
I will be the
Boris
last.
Johnson for not bothering to actually be a conservative.
Actually, I will be the
Like
last.
Boris is out. It will be out here soon. They should replace him with Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Actually, I think I'm the last to hand out a dumbass award, and I'm going to choose Ubisoft for their NFT program.
Oh God! Don't get me started on
Oh,
that.
God.
95% of everybody is telling them to fuck the fuck off.
Okay. I can agree with Ubisoft if we think about the backlash they gotten and they're completely ignoring it. It's like it's fine. It's just a little bit
The house is burning down around their ears. Oh no, everything's good. Business as usual.
Yeah.
What kind of business are you running here, pal? What's
Yeah.
up with that?
Yeah, I
Of course, you could
choose
probably
Ubisoft
extend
for
that
the.
to the French in general. So, I'm sorry.
Well,
I should
anyway,
have more respect for French, but I don't.
Anyway, it's been about an hour, so let's wrap things up. Do we have any final thoughts?
Come see my live stream on Wednesday. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
For I am the Lord of the Crocus Scrolls, and I have Final Fantasy VII Remake.
But
We're going to see the bit that nobody on PlayStation 4 got to see. Because there's still a shortage of PlayStation 5s. I have heard nasty rumors that they have been seen in the wild. I don't believe them.
Yeah.
The crocodile squirrel has eyes everywhere, so he knows.
Well, I go looking for them at least twice a week.
And so does your minions.
Yep.
Oh, yes, my minions. I do get the occasional report from one of my minions. Most of them, however, most of those instances, however, turned out to be cases of lying and/or braggadocio. Half-Life Cat 2, yeah. There you go.
Well, anyway,
actually, if you want the ultimate stupid fucker award, let's go with the Biden administration in total.
Yeah,
I would just go for the entire American political system, not just the Biden scene. It's
well, the Biden administration gets the blame because it's happening on their watch. They're probably going to replace Biden in 2024. They're not going to let him run.
No. Don't worry. He's not going to last that long. We will have President Kamala next year.
Yeah, no, actually, I called that some time ago, and it looks like there's people trying to get rid of her because she is probably the only creature on the fucking planet that is less popular than Joe Biden at the moment.
I mean, you could, at least you won't have President AOC.
No, she actually 35 before that happens. She's not eligible for a while longer. She'd be eligible in 28, I believe it is. Yeah.
Possibly.
And I know she wants the job, and that's exactly the reason she shouldn't have it.
Yeah.
Hell, Trump got the job, and his original intent according to a bunch of folks, including Trump himself, was to be a spoiler for the president for the Republican primaries in 2016, trying to improve the quality of the candidates. He wound up with the job for no reason other than all those other people sucked.
Yeah.
And then and then it seems like he did a halfway decent job with it.
Yeah.
Look, it's a lefty woke rage. The fuck.
Anyway, this has been Sanji Himura. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you would, do all the YouTube-y things. And we will see you guys on the next W2 report in 2022.
Again, thank you for having us, Sanji. It was always a pleasure being here.
No problem.
to